1 Kings chapter 19. ויגד אחאב לאיזבל את כל התרעשה Eliyahu. And Ahab narrated or told to Izebel all that Eliyahu effectuated. ואת כל אתר הרג את כל הנביאים בחרב, and all how he slew all the prophets by means of the sword. وَتِشْلَحْ Izebel malach, and Izebel sent a messenger, El Eliyahu lemor, to Eliyahu, saying, Ko ya'ashun Elohim, uko yosipun. Thus let the gods effectuate, and thus let them add. Ki ka'et machar ashim et nafshaka kenefesh ahad mehem. That, like the time tomorrow, I set thy soul like the soul of one from them. Wayar, and he saw, but the Greek text preserves, and he feared. Wayaqom wayelech elenapasho, and he arose and he went for his soul. Wayavo Beersheba atar Yehuda, and he came to Beersheba, which is for Yehuda. Wayanah et nagaro tham, and he rested his servant there. Wuhu halach bamidbar derek yom, and he went into the wilderness a way of a day. Wayavo, and he came. Wayetheb tahat rotem ehad, and he sat under one juniper tree. Wayishahal et nafsho lamut, and he asked or requested his soul to die. Wayomer, and he said, Rab atayah nafshi. It is sufficient. Now, Yahweh, take thou my soul. Ki lo tova anochi mehavotau, because I am not good beyond my fathers. Vayishkab vayishan, and he lay and he slept. Tahat rotem ehad, under one juniper tree. V'hinne the malach noge'abo, and behold, this messenger, one touching him. Vayomer lo, and he said to him, Qum echol, arise thou, eat thou. Vayabet, and he looked, v'hinne merahashotau ugat ruthafim withapahamayim, and behold, at his head places a cake of hot stones or coals, and a jar of waters. Wayokal, wayeshet, and he ate and he drank. Wayathob, wayeshakav, and he returned and he lay down. Wayathob malach Yahweh fenit, and the messenger of Yahweh returned a second time. Wayegabo, and he touched him. Wayomer qum hekol, and he said, Arise thou, eat thou. Ki rab mimmeka haddarak, because abundant beyond thee is the way. Wayaqom, and he arose. Wayokal, Vayishter, and he ate and he drank. Vayelech bekoch hakilahi, and he went in the strength of that eating or food. Arba'im yom wa arba'im layla, 40 days and 40 nights. Adhar ha Elohim Horeb, as far as the mount of the God Horeb. Vayavohatham Elham Gara, Vayalenatham, and he came there to the cave, and he lodged there. V'hinne devar Yahweh lo, and behold, the word of Yahweh to him. Vayomer lo, and he said to him, Mahalakafo Eliyahu, what is for thee here, Eliyahu? Vayomer kano kineti leYahweh Elohei Sabaoth, and he said, jealously I have been jealous for Yahweh God of hosts. Ki azavu beritaka b'nei Yisrael, because the sons of Yisrael have forsaken thy covenant. Et midba'oteka harasu, wet nevi'eka haragu beharab. Thy altars they have torn down, and thy prophets they have slain by means of the sword. Viwater ani levadi, and I have remained, I alone. Vayavakashu et nafshi liqahatah, and they seek my soul to take it. Vayomer, and he said, Sheh wa'amadta bahar lifnei Yahweh. Go thou out, and thou shalt stand in the mount before Yahweh. V'hinne Yahweh over, v'ruch gedola, v'chazak, v'farrek harim, u'meshaber salaim lifnei Yahweh. And behold, Yahweh was one passing by, and a big wind and strong was one tearing apart mountains and shattering rocks before Yahweh. Lo baruch Yahweh. Yahweh was not in the wind. Wa'achar haruch ra'ash. And after the wind, an earthquake. Lo bar'ash Yahweh. Yahweh was not in the earthquake. Wa'achar har'ash esh. And after the earthquake, fire. Lo ba'esh Yahweh. Yahweh was not in the fire. Wa'achar ha'esh kol damama daqa. And after the fire, a voice, a whisper, and thin voice. Wayahi kishmoa Eliyahu, and it was as Eliyahu's hearing. Wayalet panav behadarato. Also he enveloped his faces by means of his mantle. Vayesheh, and he went out. Vayamud petah hamgara, and he stood at the door of the cave. V'hinne elai v'kol, and behold, to him a voice. Vayomer, and he said, Mahalaka po Eliyahu, what is for thee here, Eliyahu? ויאמר חנוך קינאתי ליהוה אלוהי צבאות, and he said, jealously I have been jealous for Yahweh God of hosts. Ki azavu beritaka b'nei Yisrael, because the sons of Yisrael have forsaken thy covenant. Et midbahotaka harasu, wet neviaka haragu behareb. Thy altars they have torn down, and thy prophets they have slain by means of the sword. Water honey levadi, and I am left, I alone. Wayavakashu et nafshi leqahatah, and they have sought my soul to take it. Wayomer Yahweh Elahu, and Yahweh said to him, Lech tuveledarakaka midbarah damashak. Go thou, return thou to thy way, to the wilderness of Damascus. Wavata, and thou shalt come. Wamashahata et Hazael lemelech, and thou shalt anoint Hazael for a king. Al Haram, over Aram. Vehet Yehu ben Nimshi Timshah lemelech al Yisrael, and Yehu the son of Nimshi thou shalt anoint for a king over Yisrael. Vehet Elisha ben Shaphat me'avel Mahola Timshah lenaviu tahataka, and Elisha the son of Shaphat from Avel Maholah thou shalt anoint for a prophet in thy place. Wahaya hanimlat meherb Hazael yamit Yehu, and it shall be, the one having escaped from the sword of Hazael, Yehu shall kill. Wahanimlat meherb Yehu yamit Elisha, and the one having escaped from the sword of Yehu, Elisha shall kill. Vihisharati b'Yisrael shivat halafim, and I shall cause to remain in Yisrael 7,000. Kol habirkaim atar lo kar'u lab'al. All the two knees which have not crouched or bowed to the Baal. Ukol haper atar lo nashakalo, and every mouth which hath not kissed toward him. Wayelech mitham, and he went from there. Wayimthah et Elisha ben Shaphat, and he found Elisha the son of Shaphat, Wuhu Horesh, and he was one plowing. Thnem ashar thamadim lefanau, 12 yoke of oxen before him. Wuhu bithnem he'ashar, and he by the 12th. Wayavor Eliyahu Elau, and Eliyahu passed on to him. Wayashlech adarato Elau, and he threw his mantle toward him. Wayazob et habakar, and he forsook the oxen. Wayarosh achare Eliyahu, and he ran after Eliyahu. Wayomer eshkanah lahavi ulehimi wehelaka acharaka. And he said, I would kiss now toward my father and toward my mother, and I would come after thee. Vayomer lo lekathub ki ashiti lak. And he said to him, Go thou, return thou, for what have I effectuated for thee? Vayathob me'acharayu. And he returned from after him. Vayiqah et themed habakar. Vayidbahehu. And he took the yoke of the oxen, and he slew it. Ubikali habakar bishalam habashar. And by the vessels of the oxen he boiled them the flesh. Wayiten la'am wayohekelu. And he gave for the people, and they ate. Wayakom. And he arose. Wayelek achareh Eliyahu wayeshartehu. And he went after Eliyahu, and he ministered to him, or served to him.